agreeable, sheepish man their age, whose wife, Eleanor, was in Wyoming suing for divorce. He spoke of her with a cloying tenderness, as if of a favorite daughter away for the first time at camp, or as a departed angel, nevertheless keeping in close touch with the abandoned earth. She says they've had some wonderful thunderstorms. The children go horseback riding every morning, and they play pounce at night and are in bed by 10. Everybody's health has never been better. Ellie's asthma has cleared up, and she thinks now she must have been allergic to me. You should have cut all your hair off and dressed in cellophane, Richard told him. Joan asked him, "And how's your health? Are you feeding yourself enough? Mac, you look thin." "The nights I don't stay in Boston," Mac said, tapping himself all over for a pack of cigarettes, "I've taken to eating at the motel on Route 33. It's the best food in town now, and you can watch the kids in the swimming pool." He studied his empty, upturned hands as if they had recently held a surprise. He missed his own kids, was perhaps the surprise. "I'm out of cigarettes too," Joan said. "I'll go get some," Richard said. "And a thing of club soda if they have it." "I'll make a pitcher of martinis," Mac said. "Doesn't it feel great to have martini weather again?" It was that season which is late summer in the days and early autumn at night. Evening descended on the downtown, lifting the neon tubing into brilliance as Richard ran his errand. His sore throat felt folded within him like a secret. There was something reckless and gay in his being up and out at all after spending the afternoon in bed. Home, he parked by his back fence and walked down through a lawn rustling with fallen leaves, though the trees overhead were still massy. The lit windows of his house looked golden and idyllic. The children's rooms were above, the face of Judith, his bigger daughter, drifted, preoccupied across a slice of her wallpaper, and her pink square hand reached to adjust a doll on a shelf, and the kitchen below. In the kitchen windows, whose tone was fluorescent, a silent tableau was being enacted. Mac was holding a martini shaker and pouring it into a vessel eclipsed by an element of window sash that Joan was offering with a long white arm. Head tilted winningly, she was talking with the slightly pushed-forward mouth that Richard recognized as peculiar to her while looking into mirrors, conversing with her elders, or otherwise seeking to display herself to advantage. Whatever she was saying made Mac laugh, so that his pouring, the silver shaker head glinted, a drop of greenish liquid spilled, was unsteady. He set the shaker down and displayed his hands, the same hands from which a little while ago a surprise had seemed to escape, at his sides, shoulder high. Joan moved toward him, still holding her glass, and the back of her head done up taut, an oval in a bun, with downy hairs trailing at the nape of her neck eclipsed all of Mac's face but his eyes, which closed. They were kissing. Joan's head tilted one way and Mac's another to make their mouths meet tighter. The graceful line of her shoulders was carried outward by the line of the arm holding her glass safe in the air. The other arm was around his neck. Behind them, an open cabinet door revealed a paralyzed row of erect paper boxes whose lettering Richard could not read, but whose coloring advertised their contents: Cheerios, Wheat Honeys, Onion Thins. Joan backed off and ran her index finger down the length of Mac's necktie, a summer tartan, ending with a jab in the vicinity of his navel that might have expressed a rebuke or a regret. His face, pale and lumpy in the harsh vertical light, looked mildly humorous but intent, and moved forward towards hers an inch or two. The scene had the fascinating slow motion of action underwater, mixed with the insane silent suddenness of a television montage glimpsed from the street. Judith came to the window upstairs, not noticing her father standing in the shadow of the tree. Wearing a nightie of lemon gauze, she innocently scratched her armpit while studying a moth beating on her screen. And this too gave Richard a momentous sense, crowding his heart, of having been brought by the mute act of witnessing, like a child sitting alone at the movies, perilously close to the hidden machinations of things. In another kitchen window, a neglected tea kettle began to plume and to fog the panes with steam. Joan was talking again. Her forward-thrust lips seemed to be throwing rapid little bridges across a narrowing gap. Mac paused, shrugged.